Please welcome Abdumalik KHALOKOV.
So approaching the boxing ring is Abdumalik KHALOKOV of Uzbekistan, making his way to the red corner. His opponent is Tadej SLO of Slovenia. He will be boxing out of the blue corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin in the ring, first fighting on the right corner, representing Colombia, it's Zuleta Moreno.
Jennifer Huggins of Canada is the third person in the ring. We're in the 60-kilogram lightweight division in this contest. In the third preliminary round, the round of 16 is between boxers from Uzbekistan and Slovenia. The man on the front foot, walking down his opponent before tossing him to the canvas, is Abdumalik KHALOKOV, 21 years of age. Competing in his second contest here in this, the first preliminary round, and look at that for a left jab from the switch hitter. He finds his man with another left jab after he attempted a right cross. Then he dropped down with a right hand to the body. And a man who is in search of his payback after taking those jabs and then a right uppercut that wasn't too far away. The boxer in blue, Tadej SLO of Slovenia, competing in his third bout here in Belgrade. And he's impressed with his variety and his long straight punching so far. But in against KHALOKOV, he's facing off against a really talented man who has already experienced success on the global stage. 2018, a banner year for him where he took youth titles on the continental stage, the World Youth Championship stage, and the Youth Olympic Games, which is the first time where I saw this man having commentated on him at Buenos Aires 2018, the third edition of the Youth Olympic Games. Very comfortable in the boxing ring, switching stances, able to contract and expand the distance pretty effortlessly with quick feet. So SLO takes a hard left hand to the body as he's spoken to about keeping his head up. It's made to fall short because of the layback employed by KHALOKOV. So just trying to lure his man in, appearing as though he's in range, then swaying back before coming back with rapid fire counter left jabs. So driving his man back towards the ropes where KHALOKOV is trying to work his way off them. SLO pressing forwards to put his man in a confined position. Good left jab on the lead off there from SLO, but it was countered immediately by KHALOKOV. You may have seen the Uzbekistan coach in the red corner telling his man to maintain the gap. Universal signal in the sport of boxing. Beautiful counter right uppercut from KHALOKOV after there was straight shot success for SLO. Oh, now hitting after the command of stop from SLO, and so KHALOKOV gave him a left elbow. So switching his feet on the 10-second clapper is KHALOKOV, falling short on his forward foray as the two men lock horns and exchange a respectful tap of gloves to conclude that first round. I think this man's done enough to take it as his coach goes to work on him in characteristic style, dousing his boxers down with the towel. His man's legs are propped up on his quads, and here's confirmation of a clean sweep of the cards for Abdumalik KHALOKOV at the end of 3 minutes of boxing. So round 2 underway. 60-kilogram lightweight action in the third preliminary round, the round of 16. The first round swept unanimously by the man wearing red. Abdumalik KHALOKOV had a bye in the first preliminary round, the round of 64, and was a unanimous points decision winner over Yasin Lama of North Macedonia, the 2019 European Games participant. It was a wonderful display during that contest. As for CERNOGA, it's been a far different route through to the third preliminary round. He edged a 3-2 hard-fought decision as he's thrown to the canvas. Now, that perhaps is smart by KHALOKOV to show the referee that the body slam to the canvas was unintentional. Didn't stand over his man and glare down at him. Yeah, it was Kirill Rusinov of Bulgaria who was edged on a 3-2 margin. As CERNOGA found long, straight shots with both hands, the left jab and the right cross when he needed them. He's trying to find the range here, but he's an elusive man to catch. An elusive man to try and catch KHALOKOV. Picked off by a shot there, but was countered immediately. In the second preliminary round, it was altogether more straightforward, as CERNOGA outpointed Orlando Martinez of Panama, the 2019 Pan Am Games quarter-finalist, using good variety to take a unanimous points decision. And he's loading up on some of these punches now, but not really finding the range. He's attempted uppercuts and hooks, KHALOKOV. Counter right hand was the best shot of that attempted exchange from the man in red. Good burst of punches to the body, a nice counter left hook upstairs from CERNOGA. So on the back foot now, skipping around the perimeter of the boxing ring is KHALOKOV. Left jab was an authoritative shot from CERNOGA. Tries the left-right combination but couldn't quite find the range. Is another tangle once again. After CERNOGA's offense fell short, KHALOKOV spoken to about punching incorrectly with the inside of his glove and forearm. So rather untidy to conclude this second round. Neither boxer sure as to whether the bell had sounded. 2 rounds in the book, and one suspects the second is going to be scored for KHALOKOV as well. Took the first unanimously. CERNOGA's in there still competing, but can't land anything with enough consistency to take a share of the round for any of the scoring judges. He faces an uphill climb now. So some of the action from the second round. Good left hand into the body, and then that was the body slam, and immediately, sorry about that, my friend. No harm, no foul. Did become increasingly untidy as we progressed through the second round. So into the third and final round then, and Tadej CERNOGA, Slovenian national champion in 2016 at lightweight. Put on the end of a left hand there, then KHALOKOV switching stances. But the man in blue needs a massive final round. And again, the easiest solution to the equation is to take the man out inside the distance. But you see, he's a wonderful mover, is KHALOKOV. And the 3-time national champion of Uzbekistan, landing a left hand. Feet get tangled up. CERNOGA takes a trip to the canvas. No knockdown ruled. So CERNOGA trying to close the distance on his man, getting over that front foot. But KHALOKOV comfortable on the ropes. Tries a lead left hook. And again, so committed to the attacks When they're missed, CERNOGA often ends up clenching his opponent. There's a check left hand from the man in red who's spinning off the line as he shot it out. And he's grinning that gum shield contemptuously. He may well have been talking to his opponent as well. Both men spoken to in that regard. Talking during a contest, actually a breach of the rules, which would put some boxing legends in a bit of trouble in AIBA style boxing. The referee doesn't want any chit-chat. She wants the boxers to concentrate on the task at hand. Well, we're beyond the midpoint, and it's very competitive, this one. But the styles not combining to produce a particularly pleasing athletic contest, pleasing contest from an aesthetic point of view. But you have to admire the competitive spirit being shown. The boxer in blue surely needs a knockout now, a stoppage. Trailing by 20 points to 18 for all 5 scoring judges. And he simply hasn't been able to catch KHALOKOV cleanly. And so the referee having to intervene and tell the 2 boxers to engage. And again, chasing smoke, knockdown, and has CERNOGA hurt himself here? It was a rather slow climb from the canvas after he took a shot, which he ran into to double up the impact. And that just a punctuation point on this performance. Another right uppercut is a beautiful shot. Well, and it's going to be a second standing count, is it? Yeah, and I think he's hurt his leg. It's a second standing count in quick succession. Remember, 3 standing counts in a round, and the contest will be over. CERNOGA showing that he's okay, but the damage that he sustained as a result of a punch, but it's again the leg, the manner in which he rose up from the canvas after the first knockdown suggested that he had hurt his foot. Can he continue? I think the 10-second clapper has sounded. While he held up his leg for inspection, the referee is keen for that mouth injury to be inspected. So there's the bell. Oh, and CERNOGA's really struggling. Well, we've seen that before in the sport of boxing. Remember when Michael Grant fought Jamil Big Time McLean? Michael Grant, this was after he challenged Lennox Lewis, the sole Olympic champion from '88 at super heavyweight. He was knocked down heavily and damaged his ankle. Memory serves, in the contest with Lennox at Madison Square Garden, which was billed too big. He damaged his knee ligaments when Lennox put him down with one of his right uppercuts in that contest as well. So we've seen boxers suffer this fate. Let's get the verdict, which will send KHALOKOV through. So there's confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Abdumalik KHALOKOV of Uzbekistan. A very good performance indeed, taking all 5 rounds for all 3 judges, 2 scores of 10-8 returned. And this man has some celebrations. A wide repertoire of flips and tumbles that he likes to celebrate with in the boxing ring, and he's done that twice now because he's won 2 contests out of 2 to progress through to the final 8 of the 60-kilogram lightweight tournament. We hope that Tadej CERNOGA is okay. Competed in 3 contests here in Belgrade and acquitted himself very well indeed, but simply could not get to grips with the 2018 Youth Olympic Games and World Youth Championship gold medalist. A very good display indeed, and the reigning Asian Continental bronze medalist goes through to the quarterfinals of the lightweight tournament.